Hey guys, you know what's really nice this time of year?
What?
Gifts.
Yeah.
Do you like gifts?
Like GIF GIF?
No,
Oh.
not that.
Oh, like gift with a T.
Oh, yeah.
You're lucky because we have something for you. Our new sponsor, Deep Creek Glassworks. So you can get ornaments. They have customizable colors and
Shapes?
pattern options. I mean, it's pretty much great gifts for anybody if you want like a Pollyanna, Secret Santa, something for the family. As an extra bonus to our listeners, you can get 10% off of your purchase by using the promo code SUPERFUN when you go to their website. That's Deep Creek Glassworks, WORX.etsy.com.
Welcome back for another episode of Super Fun Game Review Podcast Go. Find us on Facebook.com/SuperFunPodcast, Twitter.com/SuperFunPodcast, Patreon.com/SuperFunPodcast, Instagram at SuperFunPodcastGo, iTunes at Superfun Game Review Podcast Go. Thanks and enjoy the show.
Welcome back for another episode of Super Fun Game Review Podcast. Go!
It's not funny to the listener. They don't get the joke.
It's funny to me. That's all that matters.
Jesus.
Yep.
To my right, I have Harry.
Get over here!
Crossing the table clock.
Blood's supposed to be on the inside.
To my 10 o'clock, Ralph.
Whoa!
To my 4 o'clock special guest, Dana.
You think that peaked? I'm not sure.
That's a team effort. And I'm your host tonight, Steve. You hear that? She called me Johnny.
Everybody's favorite character is Johnny Cage tonight.
Yeah, he has all the quotes.
He is pretty much the main character of the story.
You might want to get that framed. It's so great. All right, well, speaking of Johnny Cage and screeches and blood on the outside that's supposed to be on the inside, why don't you get over here? Because it's Mortal Kombat time.
Very nice, Steve.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Yeah, see that? That's called ebb and flow. No, it's not.
Ebb and flow?
EpiPen?
Ebb and flow.
Ebony and Ivory.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ivory Tower.
Noob, Saibot, and Smoke.
Sonya and Jax. Got it. Ebony and Ivory.
I get it.
Living in perfect
Harmony.
What game are we talking about?
Well, Ralph, we're talking about Mortal Kombat!
XL.
Fight! Yeah, X. Mortal Kombat X/XL.
Wait, I just watched the movie. We're talking about the movie, right?
Annihilation.
Yes, yep. Mhm.
Oh, Annihilation. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, no.
The fan remake.
No. Okay, that might be good.
It is, actually. It's not bad.
All right, let's initial impressions. Clark, start us off.
It's Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat!
Yeah, Mortal Kombat's a great game, and they've always been great. I really haven't had a Mortal Kombat game that I thought was like terrible in any way. This is just more of that on better graphics, and I think the actual fight mechanics are like real tight. It's awesome.
Toy.
Twitch like a tiger, yes.
Like a tiger.
Harry,
Cool. So my first exposure to this game was
it was in the park. It was wearing a trench coat.
you were shaking your head up.
A man showed you his dragon medallion.
No,
Italian.
A medallion.
Hello, Harry. Let me show you this.
He had a glowing red eye and another glowing red eye.
No, the first time I played this was actually at Too Many Games. Clark and I actually sat down and played this game for a little bit.
Is that right?
Mortal Kombat?
This Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the first time I actually played this Mortal Kombat.
That's right.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. It's a great game. I think all Mortal Kombat games are great in their own unique way. Yeah, that's my initial impression.
There you
I
go.
like it.
Mortal Kombat. Thumbs up.
It's not Armageddon. I'm going to give it a 1.
Everybody knows that Harry loves Armageddon.
I love
Everything.
Armageddon.
Everything in one game.
Yeah,
is like
I want it
Harry's thing.
so bad.
Yeah?
I want it so bad.
So bad.
Dana,
X
tell me your
gonna give
initial
it to you.
impression. Mortal Kombat X.
X gonna give it to you.
Well, because it's Mortal Kombat X.
That's
Yeah.
Resi 2. That's Resi 2. We'll talk about Mr. X later. Don't give me that look.
Anyway.
What's Resi 2? Hold on, real quick. What is Resi
Resident
2?
Evil 2?
Well, I think,
RE2.
Oh, RE2. Oh.
so your initial impression, Dana?
I love this game. I love the graphics, the gore, which I don't normally like in movies or anything.
You're a little squeamish, yeah.
But for some reason, I love the shit out of it in this game. I like that they covered up some of the chicks a little bit more in this version of the game.
Slightly.
I disagree.
That you didn't like it.
But no, I love it. I think it's a lot of fun and kind of, I don't know, not ready for a new one. I'm still into this one.
Ramph.
Yeah, I bought this game actually when it came out. I didn't buy it for the podcast. Like, I had it and I played it. Dana and I played it. Really enjoyed it. I liked the story mode. I didn't play 9, but I watched all the cutscenes online to get the context and then dove into 10. And I really sort of like what they've done with the story, how because there's like 2 timelines. There's the Midway timeline, which are like the classic games, and then there's the Netherrealm timeline, where 9 is sort of like a reboot, basically, where Raiden goes through time and makes changes to essentially the other games, which are canon in this one, but they change things a little bit. To reiterate or say what you guys were saying, graphically, I think it's pretty impressive. Though 11 does look like it's better. I mean, I guess it makes sense. This is the first one on this generation of consoles, and 11 is the successor. We'll get into story, obviously, but I think I kind of like the Kombat kids, as you call them, Clark. And you're the first person I ever heard say that.
Really?
Yeah, I hadn't heard it anywhere else. Where
Fair enough.
So we've got characters who now they're children. They're trying to pass on the torch.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, for ease of conversation tonight, it's the Combat Kids Club. Why don't we just refer to them as the KKK, just for simplicity's sake?
God, no.
That can't go
Wow,
wrong.
did you prepare that joke?
He did.
It sounded like you wrote that down like 5
I
hours
saw
ago.
him just shuffle a piece of paper into his pocket.
Well, if you haven't been over to his house, he has stuff like all over the walls. It seems like
That
he was
say
ready
KKK?
for it.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
It's
I thought
weird.
those
a little
curtains were
weird.
strange.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that one curtain that he never actually closes and it has those 2 holes
Bunch
in
of
it. It's
flags.
really weird.
I
It's
don't
really
know.
weird.
I thought I saw a burnt cross, but
I don't know. No, that was just a T. That was his tolerance. T for tolerance.
okay.
He always wants to be called the Grand Dragon.
Now that I remember. I remember.
I thought he was just a fan of Liu Kang.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
All right.
Hey, Harry, here's this. You open this. It's your can of worms. I've played the game like once or twice before, like right after it came out, but never actually revisited it until now. So I know
No, shut up. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
You just whooped all our asses at this game, and you've like, oh, I played it for 15 minutes and I glanced at it.
He's naturally gifted at fighting games.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm
still.
a fan. I
You're a
grew
fan?
up playing fighting games, so there's just like there's some moves that are the same for like the past
20 years.
5 things. Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
Back forward square, down forward X, down back X. There you go. That's basically all you need to know.
X.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need
X,
to know to
X.
beat the game.
Yeah.
Up, down, X.
Left, right. But I was excited when this
No
came out for
concept.
the podcast because I haven't played Mortal Kombat in so long, and it was nice to get my hands on a newer copy, even though it was a couple years ago. And then even the guy at GameStop was like, "Oh, you getting set for 11?" I'm like, "No."
What was he like?
You get set for 11?
Oh, bro. You
Oh,
set
bro.
for 11, bro?
Did you know if you pre-order it now, you can get in the beta? It comes out for next week.
Oh, do you want to get the protection plan for that game you just bought, bro?
Yeah.
Nobody ever says yes. Okay.
Time to deliver a pizza ball. Oh, never mind.
What?
Go home. The bro guy. Never mind.
No,
Never mind. No, fucking.
No, hold on. Move on.
Wait,
Harry,
back up.
Harry, explain the joke.
Explain it. It'll make
Yeah,
it
because
better.
that makes it better.
Yeah, it does.
You ever watch Eric Andre's show?
No, it
All
didn't.
right, move on.
Okay.
I'm delivering pizza, bro. All right. Well, I think that let's get into the meat and sinew of it.
Yeah. I see what you're doing there. Let's get in the blood and guts.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
You can't say that we're getting into the meat of it. We'll offend our vegan friends.
Fuck
here.
you!
They don't know what that means.
We're getting
They'll be
into
lost.
the Satan of things, and let's get into game development. Yeah, see, I know things. I know tofu.
See, now you're talking.
Edamame!
Game development.
So, game was released in 2015. So, a few years ago. So, it took them a little bit to come back around. I think they spent about 2 or 3 years actually developing the game and piecing it together. So, it did take did take a little bit of time. Obviously, NetherRealm Studios. It is Mortal Kombat franchise. Mr. Ed Boon.
Ed Boon.
Ed Boon.
He's been there from the get-go.
I read something really funny on this game development for this game.
Go.
What was that?
Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, you read this?
Yeah.
He was telling everybody that he's going to be in this game as like a secret voice or something like that until Ed Boon had to step in and say, no, you're not in this game.
That's that other game that's not even connected to the franchise.
I don't know. I thought that was fucking like, what is going on with Mr. Sutherland?
Now, when it came out, they were talking about ports over to PS3 and 360, but those were pretty much scrapped. I mean, also, this is a game that's running at 1080p, 60 frames per second, so to basically dumb it down and try to reverse engineer it onto like a...
They do that a lot on games.
Oh, I thought you were going to break down like frames per second to like the dumber people. That's where I thought
Now,
you were
frames
going.
per second is
That's what it sounded
One
like where you were
Did it?
going.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I thought he was.
Really? Thought I'm just going to go into like a tirade of video production.
When animating a character, use 24 frames per second. Draw one drawing every frame.
2015 was actually Mortal Kombat X, and then they did release Mortal Kombat XL in, I think it was either late Q3 or early Q4 of 2016,
I'm keeping track.
which basically gave you all the
two combat packs.
Yeah, the DLCs that came along with that. Extra costumes and other whatnot, and huge fucking crypt. The thing is massive.
It is.
It's ridiculous. And then I think, Ralph, weren't you even saying where you can buy the entire crypt for $20?
Yeah, it's a WB game basically. So you can go in and you can spend as much money as you want. You can dump as much money as you want on DLC
Tokens.
Yeah, for $20 you can unlock the entire crypt, and the crypt is actually pretty expensive because I had a nice little like nest egg of 30,000 coins, and I was like, I haven't done anything with
That's
these. Let me just go.
That goes
Okay.
away really fast.
It does. I
refers
thought
to it as
one,
his
it's
nest
like
egg.
one wall of a crypt.
I'm just saying, it was like I haven't spent it on anything.
Shit!
I thought he's thinking he's going to retire on Mortal Kombat currency. I got this nest egg I've been saving in this PS4 game.
30,000 of gold coins in Mortal Kombat. I'll see you in the retirement home, boys.
What do you mean that's not Bitcoin?
I'll trade it for real money on the black market.
And the coin's spelled with a K. It's extra rare.
I got this one off Sonya herself. No, anyway. I thought 30,000 would like get me, I'll get some fatalities and some costumes and whatnot, and I was just like, boop, 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 boop. You do not have any more coins. What? Come on.
I just bought
Really?
3 of them.
Damn.
Fuck.
I unlocked like 8 brutalities that I won't be using. It's like, okay, great. I didn't want this. Cool.
I have this now. Fantastic.
But when I bought X at the get-go, and I didn't do anything with XL until, last
What is
week.
the get-go?
From the beginning, and...
Is that a
It was
store?
day one. I have
Is
the
it
day one
is it a
edition,
store,
deluxe.
or-
No. What was I going to say? Oh, I was surprised going into the PlayStation Store, like how much money you can sink. You can buy individual characters for like $5.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's stupid.
And you can buy the easy fatalities and stuff like that. And
Yeah, that's kind of... I think that's pretty freaking lame, actually. But I did get XL for $20, and then noticed you can just unlock the crypt for $20, so you can pay to have all that extra stuff, which is standard nowadays, but I just don't like it. Don't like it.
No, I get it. And then apparently, for this one, they were able to get some licensing because there's some characters that have absolutely nothing to do with the Mortal Kombat universe, but they're here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I love it.
I mean, it's Alien, Predator, Leatherface, and Jason Voorhees.
I kind of think it's a mixed bag.
A little bit.
Well, what I mean is, like, when they initially announced it, I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then as it's, like, settled and they were in the game, I just kind of was like, wait, they really don't have any... Why are they here? Like, what is this? Is it... I guess it's
like a
Warner
pop.
Brothers owns the rights to... I don't know, because I think Fox is Alien.
I mean, was it
Anyway.
in 9? One of them had... was it that it had Freddy?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
So it started with 9, okay.
Yeah, there was a couple where it was Freddy. Fuck, I forget who else. There was a couple where it was
Probably
like
Jason.
Actually, it may have been Jason, but yeah, where they just started like throwing them in. It's like, do you need to do that? It's like you probably don't.
Freddy was awesome.
Freddy
in
was
9.
pretty badass. His fatalities were fucking Sweet.
And the care that they took with Predator and Alien was really awesome in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Leatherface and Jason suck. They're awful characters.
They already got your
in the
money.
game.
Yeah, by that point.
Well, I just bought XL, so like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And just before we
Gotcha.
get away with the licensing thing, I want to say that I think it's really cool that Jax has an alternate costume where you can play Dylan from Predator, which is sort of like them saying, like, oh, we wish we could have Arnold Schwarzenegger in this game, like, as the original guy to fight Predator in the first movie, but they couldn't. So, like, we'll settle for a different costume for Jax as Carl Weathers, basically.
Yep.
It's just a little thing that I appreciated.
On that, anybody else have anything for development?
Nope.
All right. Let's,
Actually,
Whoa.
I was reading because I don't know if it's obvious, but Melina is my favorite character.
Wouldn't have guessed.
No, it used to be Katana because I loved the fans. Those were pretty sweet. But for this game, I really like Melina, and I think it has a lot to do with the teeth that they did on her this time. You can really get at them with it.
You're like biting the skulls
You're, like,
and everything with the
biting
X, right?
skulls.
Yeah.
No, I know what
Like,
you
it
mean
actually-
too. It's more stylized too. Like her teeth actually, like
It's
instead
more-
of just being sharp,
Like
talonous,
female Baraka.
type of,
Yeah.
Right.
Instead of like female Baraka teeth, she actually has like like really crazy big incisors and shit like that. Like it's canines. It's really cool.
Yeah, but I was actually reading that the initial design that they wanted to do for her teeth didn't work, and I'm hoping that I guess what they're going to do is if she's in 11, they're going to do it correctly or how they wanted to initially in 11. But but I just know that her teeth were a big aspect of well, obviously it's an aspect of her character, but it was a big focus of her character. They were trying to get the teeth right, and they weren't able to do it with the graphics in this game.
Huh.
So.
That's funny. The reason I laugh is because I'm thinking they probably spent $100,000 in
probably
development
did.
on her teeth.
Probably.
And they couldn't do it anyways.
What about this, Sir Johnson? That's still not right.
They went to like the museum and were drawing sketches of dinosaur teeth and went back and they're like going into the computer like, I don't know if this is right. I don't know if it suits her character. Oh, well, I'll clock out and go home. Like,
Yeah, I think they were trying to get her jaw to be more, I don't know, alligator-like in the fact that it, like, I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it said. It was just something about her jaw and her teeth and how they spent a lot of time on it. Still didn't get it right, but if she's in 11...
I'd be surprised if she isn't in 11.
she's in 11, but she just has a skull for her face because everything dissolved.
Yeah, I know.
That's fun.
We're about to talk about story now.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if she's gonna be in 11.
Let's melt our way into... No.
Let's Flying Thunder God our way into story.
Flying Thunder God.
Flying Thunder God.
Flying Thunder God.
Story.
I enjoyed this story. I thought it was pretty well done. You start off, I mean, it's pretty much you start as Johnny Cage, and this is like, what was it, 20, 25 years before
20, I think.
20 years before like what, like, quote unquote present day is happening in Mortal Kombat. So you kind of get to see, where things were leading up to it, which was I thought was pretty cool, just to kind of give you a little backtrack on it. Between him, Kenshi, and Sonya, I think is what it all started out with in the beginning.
The initial 3, yeah.
Yeah, those initial 3, and then there's outer world attacks, and then that's what brings on like this devastation and chaos.
Who does it?
Outer world.
Who's the villain?
Outworld.
Who's the villain?
Well, the first one that you see is Scorpion.
Shinnok.
He's on the helicopter. But
I was
yeah.
trying to get to Shinnok.
Yeah, Shinnok and his freaking amulet of doom and devastation.
I really feel like there's a drinking game in there. There's a
every
drinking
time
game
they
for
say Shinnok,
Shinnok,
do a shot.
Outworld, Earthrealm. Just take a drink.
Yeah, you'd be
Guan Chi,
You fucked
Shinnok,
up. Is that
Lin Kuei.
is that what we're doing for season
Yeah.
3 drunk episode?
We'll do 11 for our season 3 drunk episode. Yeah.
Ooh,
I think that Mortal Kombat 11 is the greatest game where you can bite someone's head off.
that's a great impression of future Ralph.
Oh!
I'm impressed.
He just recalled the last time he was drunk here.
Oh, well, we don't have a box to open and a knife to take away from him.
Another drink for me to pour.
Yeah.
And yeah, okay. Let's
Never again. Ralph's never allowed to touch bourbon again.
keep the energy up.
One more time. So yeah, then it pretty much flash forwards into the future, 20 years.
Wait, Flash is in this? Is this the DC crossover?
Oh my god.
It is. Yeah.
Isn't he the one that just said, "Let's keep it rolling"?
Yeah. Let's keep it rolling.
No,
Hey, let's
the
keep it-
energy.
The
keep
first
the
sentence
energy
there, he's
up.
like,
Let's keep the energy up. Is what I
"Oh,
was saying.
Flash isn't in this game. You said Flash.
A little more animated.
Flash, no. DC.
You fucked the timeline.
That's Injustice 2.
Well, the story mode does do a little bit of jumping around because you start at like 20 years earlier, and then it goes into present day, and then it goes like 5 or 10 years back from the present day because at some point Quan Chi was basically had like his servants in like a way. Like there was
They were corrupted. What's the word though?
Revenants.
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 Thank
Yeah, that
you.
was it. There was like Sindel, Katana,
Nightwolf.
Cabal, Jax,
Is Liu Kang in there?
Liu
initially,
Kang,
or
Kung
later?
Lao. Yeah, those two. So it was a lot of characters that, like you've seen before, and now they're basically...
Noob Saibot as well.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Now they're evil.
Also, we skipped over the introduction of the Kombat kids in the story.
I was kind of getting around to that then, just with the jumping around. But then coming into, as Clark put it, the Kombat kids. So you have Cassie Cage, the daughter of Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade. Then you have Jackie Briggs, daughter of Jax, and mother unknown, it's Sonya.
No, they mentioned the mom, Vera.
I don't remember.
They don't show her on screen. He mentions her
They
twice
mention- oh,
at
okay.
the farm.
Gotcha. And
All I
then,
remember is a tractor.
And then you have
Takeda.
Takeda, that's it. And which is son
What?
son of Kenshi.
The guy with the bow?
Kumshin.
Oh my
Come
god.
Chin.
No.
Kung what was it? Kung
Kung Jin.
that's it.
Kung Jin.
Which I don't think he's not the son of Kung Lao, is he?
No, he's from that same family though.
Yeah,
He's
they're
his
still
nephew.
within.
Yeah.
Once
He's
you get something.
he's the black sheep shunned one of that family.
Wow, say
Yeah.
that again.
Black Sheep shunned one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did it
Boom.
quite easily, okay.
She sells, but is she sure?
And
She.
fun fact about him,
She.
he is the first gay character in Mortal Kombat.
Is he?
Interesting.
Who?
He is.
I'm pretty sure I saw Jade, Katana, Melina,
Kung Jin.
Freeway, but
No, that's just Rule 34. That was also on the interwebs.
When Raiden's pretty much telling him like, no, you need to like go back and train. He's like, no. They're like, oh, they'll never accept me. And he's like, no. You have to go show them that like you're a warrior and it's about what's in your heart and not what your heart desires.
And how do we know that's directly related to his sexual?
No, because they were.
Because they answered in an interview.
oh, so it's not in the game. It's like
Yeah.
saying Dumbledore's gay in the books 10 years after they come out.
No, it's.
I don't think it's clear enough in the game.
No, because the
no,
way
he's
he made
not
it,
like I love men.
the way they made it
no.
seem was they would never accept me because he was like a thief. He was
Yeah,
basically
that's
like,
what I
That-
thought.
yeah,
he
it
was
yeah.
the black sheep of the
Yeah.
clan, but not because of sexuality, but because he just wasn't living up to the clan's name.
Let's not talk about
Maybe-
your slash fiction.
No,
okay?
maybe because I read about it before I like played the story and stuff, but like to me it was very obvious that what he was referring to
Right.
because he was talking about your heart desires, and it's like it's not really. I've never heard someone saying like thievery is something that your heart desires.
No, it seemed like something of like they'll follow your heart, which is wanting to redeem yourself from
A lot of heart talk here. in Mortal
what,
Kombat.
whatever it is. So
I
you
mean,
have
I feel
the
like if they're gonna make him gay, they're like, go for it. Don't just like.
Rain's the gay character. I mean, am I right?
What?
Rain, he's purple and...
purple rain.
Oh, so you
Never
have-
mind.
So you have to be purple.
No,
you have to like purple.
you
and
don't.
be
I just
gay?
thought
I
I thought somebody would laugh. Harry's looking at me like, "What's rain?" The
I have
storm?"
nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
Yes.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Nice.
I thought you
All
said
right,
rain
let's
was
get
your
back to
favorite
story.
character.
Yeah. No, I love Rain.
So the Combat
Watch it
Kids,
so you're-
they're all part of either the SF, which is Special Forces, which is basically Jackie and Cassie, or I forget what they were calling the clan or the other faction.
Ryu or something.
I thought that was Scorpion's thing. Shirai.
Yeah,
Ryu.
that
yeah,
is
that's
Scorpion's
one
one.
one of them is from that.
Okay. I think that's Kenshi.
Yeah,
Or not
yeah,
Kenshi. I'm sorry.
Takeda.
Thank you.
Yeah. but they're basically acting as one unit. So like the kids are working together, and then obviously like in the beginning they were kind of having a little bit of differences between we're special forces, and then we're karate, and then we all
Pretty sure
like, I don't know
that.
any other better way to put it.
We're karate.
We're special
karate.
forces. I am karate.
I am kung fu.
But pretty much, Quan Chi is trying to get the amulet to bring back Chinook once again, because Chinook has been
Harry,
imprisoned.
show me.
He's been imprisoned and basically locked away, but since he's immortal, he can never actually die. So they're trying to bring him back so that way they can conquer Earthrealm.
Yep, he's locked in the amulet.
Yes. This is also where you start to meet some of the other characters, some of the new characters, like Devora, who's the wasp lady and not white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. Literally, she's like a wasp.
I've never heard that.
She's badass.
She is badass.
You never heard that?
I've
You never heard wasp?
No.
No,
Never-
that is a thing.
Okay.
That is a thing.
You
All right.
waspy motherfucker. Yeah,
Okay.
white Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
Okay.
Seems oddly specific.
Because it is very specific.
I think she's a great addition to the cast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then she is the right-hand wasp to Kotal Khan.
But is she though?
Oh, you see, it seems like it at first. She's there to assist him, and then she turns heel. Already heel. No, I guess I wasn't really
She
heel.
turns like spider leg.
Sure, yeah. I'll go
No.
with that.
No.
She turns thorax.
She casts her web.
Move on, please.
Yeah, just let's
Move on.
So pretty much, Kotal Khan, he is like the leader of Outworld, and there are some people, i.e., Melina, who are not happy about it
I think
because
this is too detailed.
This is way too detailed.
I'm sorry.
The story does not deserve this.
A lot of people fight. Ah!
No, we can hit some main story beats. We
So-
don't need to break down every character.
All right.
though.
Main story point. Well, I was getting to that. Kotal Khan wants to basically have like a treaty with Earthrealm.
Reverts right back in.
Yeah, I know, because just
And
let
then
me-
the Intergalactic Senate says no.
And no, Kotal Khan doesn't want to have the treaty. They have a pre-existing treaty, and the special forces,
the Jinro Accords.
the combat kids come in and say, "Hey, we're going to re-up on the treaty, and we're going to help you because we need to find the amulet."
And then that's when he gets all pissed. Oh, the amulet can't be trusted. And then fuck this. We're just going to declare war on Earthrealm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. And then they try to, they fuck up. They do not they do not succeed with their war on Earthrealm, although they make it over. And then Chinook does come back.
Shinnok.
Shinnok, I don't fucking give a shit.
Chinook. Chinook sounds like a game 80-year-olds play with dominoes or something.
I think that's just called dominoes.
You got me. It's Shinnok.
Shinnok.
Not Shikaka. Shinnok.
Shikaka. It's Shikaka.
Shaboopy.
Shaboopy. Shaboopy.
I mean, other
And then
people
Quan
can-
Chi is a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, they get Quan Chi, and then Quan Chi is decapitated.
Quan Chi.
Quan Chi.
Quan Chi.
Oh God, Ralph, stop! Just let him get fucking through it.
I'm sorry.
He gets squanched.
Quan Chi.
It's
Squanch.
It's squanched.
or Scampion decapitates Quan Chi. But for real, Scorpion decapitates him. and
Scorpion, please.
Scorpion.
And then Cassie beats Shinnok.
Yeah.
The
end. And
She goes Super Saiyan like her dad.
Shit,
And
it does
she-
run in the family. That's what she says.
yeah, because Johnny Cage is the one that beat Shinnok to put
The
him in
first
the
time.
amulet
Yeah.
in the first place.
Yeah.
But Shinnok.
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 He kind
Shinnok.
of turned into Diablo at the end of the game.
Yeah,
I
kind
noticed that. I'm like, oh,
Extra
All right.
horny.
two of them. Yeah, this is true. Is that
Boy, have fun editing this, Ralph.
Yeah,
so
right.
it's like coherent and entertaining. You have fun with this.
so? There's your story.
Let's get into
Well, you
it.
didn't
It's
even-
Oh.
it feels a lot like Injustice 2's setup with story.
I think this came first, right?
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, no, it definitely did.
Yeah,
It
no,
did.
yeah.
Sort of
yeah,
set
no,
that
yeah.
Nether Realm precedent of
Nine did.
Nine did?
Nine had a story
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
you're
like
right.
this.
Yep.
Where you
play character to character. You're not one throughout the entire thing.
I was more interested in Nine's story. Like, it was great that they continued it, but I thought Nine's was more entertaining.
I agree, but I think it has something to do with the nostalgia, because you're reliving moments from all of like the Mortal Kombats that we grew up with.
That's a good
Whereas this is new.
Yeah, this is all
This
fresh.
is where they're going, and they're like, look, here's our story as it relates to the story previously. Also, there's one thing that we need to cap off on, is that Raiden pretty much sacrifices himself at the end of this, and to clean out like Shinnok's
Juju.
contamination of the world, and he pulls it into himself and then becomes evil Raiden, and that's where we're gonna see
With the red, right?
we're gonna see evil Raiden being like, oh well, I'm just gonna go after everybody that's coming after Earthrealm.
Also, now Liu Kang and Katana are the rulers of Outworld, right?
Yes.
So-
Yep.
Oh, and 9?
No, in 11.
In 11.
Oh.
That's the end of the game. We didn't talk about the end of the game.
Oh.
I don't know. How can they be leaders, though? They were kind of pawns.
Well, once the spell's broken, they're like still revenants.
They're rulers. I mean, I guess Katana has a stake because of her bloodline with Shao Kahn, right?
Yeah, because Shao
Yeah.
Kahn was daddy.
Well, and Katana and Liu Kang are a thing.
Exactly.
So they're like
Giggity.
king and queen of Outworld.
She's like the queen by blood, and they're married. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they going to introduce another kid in the next game, you think?
I don't know.
Revenant Liu Kang, Katana,
La
baby.
Katana.
No, they were
Latana.
Luana? It's Moana. It's totally Moana.
It's Gibraltar. It's Gibraltar from Apex is going to be in the next.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's fine. All right, so that's it. Let's move on to
Well,
gameplay.
does anybody have any points they want to bring up with the story?
Oh, yes, actually, I wanted to. So there's like the game mode where you can go and just like run a ladder through the game, and then you get like a storied ending specific to the character. It kind of
Yeah.
does like the wrap ups,
Like the towers from the older games.
Yeah.
There are some really odd endings in this game.
Hit
So,
us.
Leatherface's story ending.
What's the
So he kills his way through the entire Special Forces camp and is like stalking Cassie Cage. And Cassie's pretty much like, you're gross. Like, get the fuck away from me. So he cuts her fucking body up to be made for chili, which is like a thing from the Leatherface stuff.
Yeah.
And then it ends with him holding her face. And there's just blood running down her face, but it's her face skinned
Oh, that's cute.
off of her body. I was like, what the fuck?
Wow.
I was really surprised they like went for it, because like Mortal Kombat's gory, but that's like dark as fuck. Like no one's like peeling someone's fucking face off. Like they're all just like killing them. Like this is like a weird. I
Yeah,
don't know.
and there's nothing in the game where the wasp lady pukes a bunch of bugs into someone else's face, and then they just basically eat her from the inside out. There's that screech again.
I mean that's
fucking
that's
pterodactyls.
again that's brutal and gross, but I think it's a different level of someone
I can
being
see if like
stalked
like
and
something
skinned.
I can get
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that could actually happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too real.
I can't
too
freeze,
real.
then I can't shatter you. Well,
So the aliens give birth to a queen in Outworld and completely take over Outworld. Triborg takes over the Special Forces and makes a new clan of only Cyber Lin Kuei. So he takes like, oh, I'm going to make Cyber Scorpion, Cyber Sub-Zero, Cyber Ermac. Like,
there's a lot of cybering going
yeah.
on.
But then they're just like unfucking stoppable because he has the amulet.
Ah.
The Predator uses Shinnok's amulet to single-handedly take out all of the realms. Like, Predator just goes and kills everybody.
Finally got Arnold.
Jason is offered a job to be Liu Kang's right-hand man.
What?
Yeah, because he, like, wants more death. And Jason ends up gutting Liu Kang and then choking him with his own guts.
Oh, that's fun.
And then Tremor becomes an Earth Elemental. I didn't think that one was particularly interesting, but it was dumb as fuck. I would be mad.
I don't even know who the fuck Tremor is.
Yeah, what is that character?
I mean, we'll get into that, I guess, with like gameplay, like going over some of the characters. But
I'm
He's
not even
not
going
in
to talk about
Annihilation?
Tremor. I think he's annoying.
I don't know where he came from.
He's the Earth Ninja.
Okay.
He's like a big brute.
Yeah.
It's dumb. It's real dumb.
I saw he was kind of like Ninja E, but that's
Yeah,
pretty
he
much
just
it.
doesn't. He just doesn't fit the ninja mold, so he's like stupid. It's like every other character that they've ever tried to make a ninja.
Yeah.
that isn't like one of the original clans.
I'd rather him
Yeah,
just
no
be
thanks.
gone so I could play as Rain. I fucking love
Yeah,
Rain.
Rain is my.
Rain's
he's
the shit.
He's my
There
boy.
are a lot of characters that are in the story that I don't understand why they're not
Yeah,
there.
like Baraka was there.
be
Like you
used.
fight them, they have a move set.
Yes.
Like,
Striker.
well, you
Stri-
didn't
Stri-
fight Striker.
Yeah, but
though.
Striker's in the game.
no, he is.
So is Cabal.
like if they went to the trouble to actually make the model for the character, why
Yeah.
is it not
Yeah,
playable?
like I could like kind of along with it. It's like there's one like Cabal or Sindel where you're not like actually fighting them. I can see where they're just kind of in to bring the story along. But full on like 2-3 round battle with some of these characters, they should be in it. I mean, that I found that kind of annoying. I got excited maybe like they unlock at the end, but when you're looking at like the character selection screen, there's no room for anybody else. So that's moot. I was so glad that they used moot in the story mode again. Mortal Kombat was where I first learned what that word was.
Moot.
Moot. Back in high school was the point is moot.
You should probably read more.
I should. Bart, seriously, who the fuck brought this
Damn.
up? I don't like to read. I'm illiterate. Thank you very much.
Keep trolling, Dana.
That's a zinger. I think
Well,
we
it is
just
good.
Yeah.
naturally progressed into.
Let's
Gameplay.
combo our way into gameplay.
So wait, we can't play Rain in the game?
No.
No.
It's not
Oh,
selectable.
wow.
It's not
Out of
stormy
respect for Prince.
No, it's not.
I know. I know.
Oh my god. All right, yeah. You know what? Well, I like it, Ralph. Let's combo our way over into gameplay.
Gameplay.
Okay, I want to say something before it gets completely lost in the sea of things we're going to say about gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need quick time events in a fighting game.
In the story mode, you mean?
In the story mode.
It,
Yeah.
it was a bit odd.
Well, just hear me out.
I
So
wasn't ready for it.
the game is about fighting. So if you're watching a cutscene and they're fighting, that's one thing. Or if they want to have two characters fight, just have it transition to the fight. Why make us do button presses for a fight that we can't really control and then just transition into a fight anyway?
For more action scenes.
Like it would make sense if it was a different type of game. I mean, I don't like QuickTime events ever.
But what exactly would happen if you didn't hit the button? So say it's telling you to hit X and you don't hit it. What happens?
Game over.
It just kind of messes up. I missed 2 out of all of them. One, which I was pretty pissed about, was where you kill Baraka, where you perform a fatality. I missed on that one, and he just falls over dead, and then you just say he's dead.
So it's just anticlimactic.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. And then the other one was when they were in the Combat Kids were in Outworld, and they stopped the decapitation of the thief, and then Kung Jin was firing arrows at I forget what's Tora, and I missed one, and he was supposed to shoot him when he was like beating up on Cassie, and he just missed it, and that's it.
You know what? Come to think of it, now I'm thinking maybe it's a missed opportunity. They could have had like an Until Dawn like scenario, like you miss that QuickTime event and you get a gory death. You know what I mean? Like you get a
Yeah, I don't know.
I can kind of see where it's maybe they wanted to put the action scenes in, but instead of you just sitting and watching without having any type of participation, that's where the QTEs came in. But at the same time, they didn't want to use that as like a main feature of it. So if you fucked up, then you still progressed through. Although I don't know, like if you
then
sat
what's the
there,
point,
if
you
you
know?
sat
I
there
don't-
and did nothing, but none of us did that, so we don't know. Maybe if you didn't hit anything, something would happen. Like all the time, you're firing arrows to basically help stop Tor.
Clark.
Yeah.
Me,
Clark, Matt.
Clark.
to stop Tor from smashing all the other Combat Kids. Like maybe one of them would have died and you had to restart, but we don't know that.
Yeah.
But I kind of see where you're coming from with
I think
that,
it'd be
though.
more frustrating if you had to restart.
Yeah.
Because you missed it.
And
Yeah, and I don't think they were going to take the time to do it.
No.
I think it's mostly because they didn't know what to do with the longer cutscenes, because the QTEs are really only in the really long cutscenes, like when they're really transitioning from one area to the next.
yeah,
That's when they're doing the cutscenes, and honestly, it could be like a loading filter. Like there could be a lot of processing going on in the back.
True.
And it's just playing through, because those are very simple else-if statements in programming. So like, else if this video plays, or else if this video plays, So I'm just glad they're not overly complicated. If they were really overly complicated, I would be like taking away from the game. But it's simple button presses or button mash a little bit, and that's
Combos.
Yeah, with the K
would have been too much.
Yeah. Well, that's like there's only
The finisher,
one,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's just the finisher for Baraka. That's it.
I just wanted to talk about the
No,
keys
yeah,
before
that's-
it gets buried.
Perfectly fine.
So the square button is middle punch.
Ooh,
Is front punch, triangle is back punch.
down and punch is an uppercut.
Whoa.
So this is a gripe I've had with Mortal Kombat for a little while now.
Lay it on me, Daddy-O.
I don't need all the different fighting stances per character. I think they should just focus on one, make that fighting style unique to that character. But I don't see the need for three.
Yeah, would that start with like Deadly Alliance?
Yeah, it
years
started
Yeah,
ago?
that
a
was
while
back.
ago.
But that you didn't select it before the fight. You were able to switch in the middle of it.
Oh, you're right.
Because there was like two different fighting stances, and then
A
the
weapon?
third one was with a weapon.
Right.
I
Which-
feel like I'd like that better than committing to it up front. You
Yeah,
can change it mid-fight.
because there's certain like special moves or combos that you can only use for each and every, whichever style that you're actually selecting in the first place.
I don't know. I think it's a little over the top. I just want to play a couple quick matches kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend the time to memorize every fluid motion of these
you're not
characters.
a competitive player. That's what it's for, is for competitions. Like, that is like almost a requirement to be a main attraction of a fighting game in something like Evo, like where it's like, world fighting championships where tons of fucking pro gamers are playing against each other. You almost need to have different move sets so that if someone's playing the same character, there can be some variety and there's some nuance to the characters. I agree. I pretty much I figure out which one I like the most of it, and then I never delve into the other two.
Yeah, it's sometimes like going simpler with it is better. Like the one that I really enjoy is Scorpion's Ninjutsu. You only have 3 specials, but it's combo heavy, and you don't need to worry about trying to memorize all the rest of the other specials. It's just like direct and straightforward. There's not a lot of extra bullshit that's kind of thrown in with it.
I just picked the middle one.
Yeah, they do that stuff because if someone wants to play as Scorpion, essentially they have their combo heavy, and then they have like their high mobility, and then they have their high output special move
I guess it's
set.
trying to reproduce like a rock paper scissors kind of thing.
No,
There's nothing.
no,
like
not
that?
really. It's so that if you like a certain type of play style, you can transition that type of play style to a bunch of different characters instead of being like, oh, I like
I see
the
what you're
playing style of Scorpion, so I can only use Scorpion. If you like fast mobility moves, though, you can play 8 different characters because 8 different characters have this high-speed move ability set. Do you see what I'm saying?
It gives a little more variety.
Yeah,
it gives you more variety on the actual character select screen.
All right, so you have the 3 choices per character. Is the high mobility the same 1, 2, or 3 on every character, so you know
No.
that, or do you have to play each one to even know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can kind of tell, like they'll say if it's like if there's mobility, like the one in Scorpion says about mobility.
Oh, a brief
it talks
description.
about like teleporting and stuff like that. Like that's all the mobility ones. So if you like teleporting around the screen and stuff like that, there's a set in certain characters for you. That kind of thing. Like that's why they broke it out into the 3.
But to really find ones that are going to pertain to you, you got to basically
Play 'em.
Yeah.
and then that's the only way you can really learn, rather than just having like a 7 or 8 word description that might not really give you too much.
There was one Mortal Kombat game where it was so dumbed down I thought it was awful. The actual fight sets though, like the move sets. And honestly, I think it was Armageddon. Look, Armageddon's cool to have all the characters and stuff there,
And
but
I
like
don't want to miss a thing.
but the actual move sets for all the characters, like they all don't feel like themselves before that game and after that game. They all feel like they're all the same speed, the same output of damage, the same. And,
Yeah,
and
like trilogy style almost, where everybody's kind of fast. Everybody has similar moves. I prefer those
kinda.
though.
Yeah.
I just
that was pre-competitive. Yeah,
Yeah.
the trilogy, sure.
Trilogy's a good game too.
Love Trilogy.
Trilogy is good.
Still have that.
But Armageddon had that like veil of like, oh, this is supposed to be everything, but like they ignored stuff that they had done previously that was really good.
It came at a cost.
Yeah.
Having
They
all
put
those
in
characters.
just an elaborate conquest system that takes away from the game. Their story, like they had a couple games that had a story mode where you just like it's like an open.
You run around, yeah.
They were pretty awful.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just putting it out.
That was
there.
Armageddon, wasn't it?
There was a couple.
I think
They did it for two or.
Deception-
There was
Deception
one where
had
it
it
was
as well.
like Sub-Zero Chronicles or
Mythologies.
Mythologies.
That
That's
one's
it.
bad. That one's
was
a stinker.
Terrible.
I actually remember putting a lot of time into the conquest mode, I think in Deception. And it was very simple. You just like run around and open chests and talk to a couple NPCs and here's a fight, there's a fight.
Yeah.
But do you remember the name of the character that you play as? Because you start as a young guy and then you transition to be like an old man.
Kind of sounds like Zelda.
It's Fujin.
No, that's not food. It's
I thought it was a 3-name name. I could look it up. I just wasn't sure if you remember.
it's not Taven, is it?
Tuvar.
Shujinko.
Shujinko!
That's it.
Holy shit. Wow. Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
But anyway,
yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
I like the way the games are now versus the conquest mode.
Oh yeah, Conquest is garbage.
Yeah, that was definitely a big improvement.
I so wish they'd bring back Battle Chess.
That was
Combat
fucking
chess.
Combat chess.
With a K.
I love that. That was so awesome.
Was that Deception or was that Deadly Alliance? It was one of those two.
Yeah, one of the two.
Let's talk about X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you see like the work that they put into still bringing back the X-rays again for like your special combos and whatnot. I mean, you pretty much have like your staples, your fatalities, which it seems like they have like a decent variety of fatalities. It's about like at least 4 fatalities. Then they have
Yeah.
Then they have like the brutalities.
But have any of you ever actually accomplished a brutality?
No.
Yep.
No, I
saw
haven't.
one last night.
Yeah, I saw
Or
one
heard
last
one
night.
last night.
Yeah. I haven't done one. That-
John
that
did
was your
one
question.
to Ralph.
Really?
Pulled
Yeah.
it off, killed him, and started the
A one
combo.
round.
One round.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Which character?
Oh, the brutality he did.
Yeah.
He used Johnny Cage.
No.
He's always been a Johnny fan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder why.
He has the same name. I love him.
He wears Ray-Bans. I only too wear Ray-Bans.
Can't even defend himself.
Just kidding, John. Love you. Love you,
This guy said he's like, son of a bitch.
He's going to pull your arm out of your socket next time you see him.
I can also shadow kick.
Ghost Dad.
Ghost Dad.
I imagine those were also designed for the competition level.
What's
of
that?
Fighting the brutalities.
Yeah, brutalities. Same with the X-rays.
It's
Like
just
nobody's
showing off.
casually doing that.
No, it's that's
Right.
like, look what I can do.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I get it. You're really good.
Because really, like in the competitive scene, because I've actually like watched some Evos and stuff, just because I was curious. In the competitive scene, no one uses fucking X-rays. It's all breakers. They just use it for
Oh,
breakers,
yeah.
and like they'll use it for 2 breakers and then 1 enchanted attack or enhanced attack. Rather.
Yeah.
Well, they probably statistically can get off more damage because the X-rays are like 30 to 33% per character.
Mm-hmm.
I figured they do the breaker to interrupt the other character. They probably already have a combo waiting that's more than 30 to 33%.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Probably.
it's more cost effective play style wise to go into the combo.
Yeah.
Also, the X-rays can be kind of cheap. And if you're at a professional level, they probably just have like we're not going to use these.
Oh no, I've seen some pretty ridiculous. I've seen them used, but it's like it's a desperation attempt.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like
Okay.
it's like I'm about to die. Let's just see if this hits. And when they hit, it's usually pretty fucking like people in the fucking crowd go nuts. It's actually kind of cool if you like invest a little bit into it.
And get a good pop off.
And I don't
of
mean
those.
like invest financially. If you're just like into it and you're like, fuck
Take my
yeah,
money.
like,
You buy
I want
that
this-
$5 character.
I want this fucking person to win. Like, it's pretty cool. But the gameplay from top to bottom is made for the competitive scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like 100%. There's no frills, I think, when it comes to like at-home couch co-op stuff. There's no extra things that you can do. The King of the Hill's cool, but that's from 9 as well. It was
Yeah, that was fun when we were playing that.
yeah.
After an hour of trying to get into it.
Well, I don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
is
Okay,
going
listen.
on.
I don't like the menus and the menu system on this game.
And they don't like you.
I think it's a little much, and it could be simplified. Like most games, it's pretty standard now. You make your party before you hop into a lobby. It was like you could not do that. We were fucking around with it for like a while last night.
Yeah,
that is not an option in this game.
Let me give you a recreation of what happened before you.
We really don't. I don't need to know. It's fine. I listened to you guys struggle for 45 fucking minutes last night.
Oh, you listened to it? Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
35 of those minutes were, Ralph, say something.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to get to there. Ralph, are you there? Ralph.
And not to mention, we texted you assholes like 20 minutes in saying, there's no mic.
And then Harry's like, I got my phone and I got your or something like
See, I saw that, but I wasn't really paying attention to the chat and like what they were doing because I was playing a different game. So I was like, oh, fuck it. I don't care.
It was so
You were too busy
obnoxious.
playing Apex Legends.
Yeah, I was.
I guess the other thing I was just going to mention real quick, there's not a lot of arenas in this game.
No, they're few. You're right.
Very few.
I think
And it's
you
not
have
like
about
they're...
12 or 14.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I don't
like
think
I
it's
wouldn't
14.
say
It's like
14.
10.
Yeah, I was
10
going to say
or
closer.
10 or 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's like super interactive that it's like difficult like they're pretty basic levels. for the
I know
most
what you're
part.
getting at. You're talking about like elevation changes and
Well, I wasn't gonna
knocking
go there.
people
I'm just
through
saying that I
rooms.
think there's a lack of options, and I don't think anything warrants that.
I think there's only 4 stages where you can change levels.
Oh, you can change levels in 10?
Well,
I
the
didn't-
jungle, you can hang on the vine that's hanging. I don't know
Oh
if that's
no, I
really
mean like
changing a
actually
level,
like punch
but-
somebody through and go to another screen that has
Oh,
another.
I understand.
I don't know.
I haven't seen any of those.
I don't think that's in this game. I
Oh,
think
I
that
might
was.
be-
I think that was in 9. Like
Could be.
I
Yeah.
might be thinking of 9.
I just think of the subway in Mortal Kombat 3 when you like do an uppercut.
Oh yeah,
you
I
go
would
to
put
the
them up
roof.
on the
Yeah.
street, and then from the street all the way up. Yeah, where you can go through the roof, or like when you're in the bank, and then you uppercut through the bank, and then you're on the roof
That's
again.
it.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what it was? I think they confirmed that for 11. I
Good.
think I might have saw a video of that in 11.
Cool.
I would hope so.
I don't know why they retracted that in this game. That was a cool kind of
They
feature.
didn't have enough arenas to do it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
apparently.
Just the
Oh,
training
wait.
room. The training room.
He hit me back to the same room. What happened?
I like interacting with the levels though, like grabbing a fucking old lady and throwing
Yeah.
them at.
Yeah,
That was pretty fun.
You sadistic fuck.
It's fucking hilarious.
the first time I did that yesterday, and my one roommate, Snick, he's like, "Did you just throw that old lady at him?" I'm like,
Did you throw that
She
old
was
bird?
trying to cross the road. Duh.
I helped her.
grandson?
I like in the training room you can throw the holograms and actually do damage with the holograms in the training room.
Yeah, how does that work, right?
"Here's Pigment of Light."
Kotal Khan is a big fan of that one.
Kotal Call.
He's a shit character.
Yeah, he is.
If there was ever a shit character.
Oh, so you
he
love
is.
that part where you have to play him like 5 rounds in a row?
He's the
That
worst.
was
Oh,
pain.
He has a really interesting move set.
No, he doesn't.
If you learn, if you actually learn how to play him.
Yeah, if you take the
properly.
time to learn how to play any character, they have an interesting move.
No, I'm just saying he's the grapple character of the game.
Oh, I thought that would have been the brute with the little imp on his back.
He has that move set again, but like Kotal Khan, like in every thing has built-in counters that he's the only one that does natural counters.
Oh, natural counters. Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what a natural counter is?
I guess I don't.
Okay, because you're like, oh, natural counters.
let's talk about the natural counters in Mortal Kombat 10.
He can combo into a counter, or he can start by countering somebody and then
Okay, and he's the only one that can do that.
yes.
Is he the one that cuts his hand all the time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
A sacrifice
He
has
needs to
been
simmer
made.
down.
Yeah, I know. he loves
I don't have
knife
any
fighting.
hand left.
Yeah, he's a tech character pretty much. If
16-year-old.
Oh my god.
oh god.
No. Ooh, rough. Kotal Khan does not approve.
The character selection, you have a good amount of characters that you can still choose from. A lot of classic throwbacks. They didn't try to like oversaturate it with like, here's new people like all over the place. And then, well, I mean, granted, yeah, there are a lot of new people, but I think it's not. It's
balanced.
Yes. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what I'm going for. Where you still have.
I think there's 11 new characters in this.
They brought back Bo Rai Chow, and that's all I care about. I'm pretty happy. I was pretty happy about that.
Combat Kids, Kotal Khan, Devora,
Tremor,
The big dude.
Tor.
Cal,
Cow.
Cal, Cal Tor.
Oh.
Predator.
Somebody's hungry.
Get the fuck out.
That was a Ralph joke.
Predator, Alien, Leatherface.
We're a
I'm not going to count that.
blah, 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 blah.
Because they'll never be back in the MK universe. That's a one-off.
Well, Voorhees, this is his second one.
Wait, I think I read somewhere that Spawn's going to be in 11. Did you guys hear that?
No.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Wouldn't that be ridiculous?
That'd be great.
I would be okay with that.
That
fits.
That fit. Yeah. That
Well,
fits.
that's like Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger fucking fits in the Mortal Kombat universe in my mind.
Because he's in everyone's
Because he's
mind.
in your mind.
She gets it.
He didn't find it funny.
That was a good. that was a good one off the script, guys. All right, let's
off the script. Here, go, question.
I miss the kart racing.
Oh my God.
goodness.
That is at least one thing. I didn't really try any of the
Extras?
test your might or test your luck.
They're the same as they always are.
I figured as much, but I kind of do miss like the weird little mini games they used to throw in.
Wasn't there like a puzzle game too?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah, there was. I remember. I think that was either Deadly Alliance or Armageddon, where it was almost like not necessarily like a Tetris thing, but kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Mario with Mortal Kombat characters.
Yes, that's probably a better representation.
Graphics.
Dana, why don't you start?
No pressure.
No pressure.
Under pressure.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, I mean, they're real enough that it looks amazing, but not too real, so I'm not throwing up looking at them. So there's that.
That's an important balance.
Except
Yeah.
for the intestines we saw earlier.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
That was Bo Raicho's fatality, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where he gives you alcohol poisoning and you throw up, and then you throw up your intestines.
Yeah.
You missed that one, Harry.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, she like throws up like about 3 feet of her intestine, and then he stomps on their stomach, and then like, and then all the rest of the intestines
It comes
come
flying out.
up, chopped up.
A couple miles worth.
Yeah. Pretty sweet.
He's got no reaction.
No.
Just nothing.
Doesn't surprise me. It's
He's
Mortal
like-
Kombat.
Like, no, that's like every Monday for me, you know.
Jesus.
He's like, I do that on a daily basis.
I did that to a pig last night.
Jesus, Ralph.
Whoa, jeez.
Wow.
Oh, shut up.
How else are you
You
going to get to
idiots.
jump rope for free?
I like how the vegan's gonna get PETA on our asses for saying sacrificing a pig every.
I didn't sacrifice.
I'm really hungry.
What
I
were
could
you
go
doing
for
with
a
the
pita.
pig?
Yeah,
Peter.
PETA sandwich. Go for a PETA sandwich.
I don't know if it really has to do with graphics, but I like that you can change their outfits in this one.
Yeah, that
That's
counts.
Graphics?
graphics. It's design.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talk about the design as well.
Yeah, I did say that they should probably hire me to help out with those costumes, though, because they're pretty bad. Some of them are pretty bad.
I
could
gotta
do much
say,
better.
Johnny Cage's costumes were just lame.
Like, the one is him in a soccer jersey? Like,
Yeah.
really?
There was a big Brazilian thing in this.
Yeah.
Was that what? Did they win World Cup that year or something?
Brazil.
Brazil,
They
Brazil
might, yeah.
won World Cup, and that was how
Okay.
they celebrated.
But
Oh, I
what
don't-
does that have to do with Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat?
for real. No,
Nothing.
that. Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah, it was dumb.
They're trying to sell more games in South America. Yeah, Liu Kang had one too.
I don't like the way Johnny Cage looks now. I like
Old
the
Johnny Cage.
Old Johnny?
He just doesn't have that finesse like the classic.
Because he's old Johnny.
Does he remind anybody else of Nathan Fillion?
A little
Or is
bit.
it just me?
A little bit. I can see it.
Because
The hair's off, but
yeah. He's based on Jean-Claude Van Damme, basically. Like, that's part of the story of the first game, was that they were
Yeah.
trying to make a game with Van Damme, and then he backed out, but they used, like, a Van Damme-like character in
That's why he
Johnny
does the
Cage.
split.
Yeah.
That's why he does the splits and the nut punch.
And the
But
Love Punch, yeah.
anyway, I think now he's more like a poor man's Nathan Fillion, is what I'm getting from Johnny Cage.
or he's still Jean-Claude Van Damme, because like Van Damme's fucking super weird now.
Yeah. It's doing like awesome Tostitos commercials.
Yeah.
Goes by,
Hi, I'm Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm JVD.
yeah, GCVD.
JGC.
The muscles from Brussels. As a franchise, I think it's really weird how they sometimes radically change the characters game to game.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, let's just look at Sonya Blade, right?
Hmm?
If you look at her from 9, and then you look at her in 10, and then you look at her in 11, it's not even the same person. And I'm not just talking about her cleavage, because 9 was ridiculous. 10 is a lot more grounded, and I think it's almost tasteful. But I don't even know who she is in 11. Like,
She's Sonya Blade.
it just seems weird to me. Like, it just with the whole franchise, they have like the same colors and maybe the same haircut, but the characters just change wildly.
My favorite example of that is in the early games, Reptile was just the Green Ninja.
Yeah.
And then there was a point in time where he was just full-blown lizard.
Well, we're gonna make him a lizard man.
And now we're going back and
like
forth.
with the tail and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it was when NetherRealm took over. It was like a deception. They were like, "Oh, here's Reptile as a human, but we also made the skin of him as a lizard, and we think it's pretty cool." And then like the next one, they were like, "He's all lizard now, no more human."
It is cool though.
I think
I
he
like
looks.
him
I
as
think
a
he looks
lizard.
the most humanoid now because he like got really reptilian.
Yeah,
where
that's
he's
what
like
I'm
hunched
saying.
over and like.
He went like full reptile.
What did he sound like? Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
More creature from the Black Lagoon, less ninja.
Kind of like a little hodgepodge between the two.
I mean, I could see like a natural progression, like into a different character, but yeah, the flip flopping seems a little odd.
Sometimes they're cyborg, sometimes they're not.
yeah,
Right.
they can't
Yeah.
make up their mind with that.
Yeah, they
It
really
keeps
can't.
going back and forth a little bit, and then now there's like Scorpion and Sub-Zero not wearing masks, and they look exactly the same. they all look.
That's racist.
They all
One is Japanese and one is not.
right. I'm sorry. They both look like John Franks from Star Trek: The Next Generation, number 2.
Oh, the
Riker?
beard.
Riker.
beard looked
They
like
they both look like
Riker.
fucking Riker.
Jesus.
Make it so.
I can't unsee that now. Oh my god, Sub-Zero is fucking Riker.
Number 1.
Get over here. Throws the
What the hell is going on?
Engage.
yeah.
I mean, I know that's Picard, but still, it takes over sometimes.
Wow.
I think the game looks fucking gross, and I love it.
Agreed.
It's super fucking graphic, very very detailed. Like the human body, like they just how they break all the fucking layers down. Like skin, and then we have like a full fucking muscle tissue, and then we have a full fucking skeletal structure, and then all the fucking organs and shit. Like right in the exact spots. So much so that you notice when they're fighting somebody else, and you see it, and you're like, oh, this isn't a human
skeleton's
that's
different.
getting hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skeleton's different, or like the organs are out of place, or like there's one character that has 2 hearts, like one on each side. I think it's Reptile. So when they go do an X-ray and it punches into the chest or like hit the heart, you can see the other one on the other side still. It starts beating faster. Like it's just like
To compensate.
I got to make up for this.
It's all this really awesome gore tech. It's fucking crazy.
A highlight, I think it's Cassie Cage does the nut shot, and if the character
Oh,
is a
yeah.
guy, they
Yeah.
They X-ray and explode the testes.
they blow away. They go away.
It's I cringed a little bit the first time I saw that. It's like, oh,
What were you like?
oh. I wonder how the X-ray would work with the female then for
We
the
did
initial
it.
one.
It's
We-
just
yeah, we did it. Just
It's
like
the
It's just
ovaries.
tissue.
Just
Oh, it's just
reverberates
tissue?
up to the
Oh.
ovaries.
There's
and
no
they
explosion.
explode.
No.
Yeah,
It's not how that works.
No.
Makes that
It's,
sound effect and everything.
it's anatomy. It's totally accurate. The environments I would say looked for. There's not a whole lot of them, but they looked pretty good. Enjoyed Quan Shi, his skeletal horses. They were pretty
Yeah,
badass.
the weird goat ram thing.
Yeah, dude, I want one with flaming feet.
Rapidash? Quan Chi rides his tribe of Rapidash.
I like the.
No, didn't they
code.
say like they're like he was using traditional transportation or something like that? There's a line like that in there because he can teleport.
Like I was saying, or like Steve was saying about the level design, I think the Cove is like one of my favorites. Just the waves crashing in the background and washing up bodies or barrels and stuff that you can throw. Like I thought that was really cool design.
Mm-hmm.
I like the market. Not really sure why.
Which version of it? Because there's like 3.
The one with the
old woman.
old woman and the tiger thing and the wheel of pain in the back.
At nighttime or daytime?
Daytime, high noon.
I don't know. Okay. All right.
It is unfortunate when you throw the old woman the wrong direction.
She just
That-
splats against
yeah.
something. Yeah.
It's wait, so you just threw her because you're a dick, not even using her for a good cause, and he's like, fuck you.
I must save Outworld. We'll throw this old lady.
Let me throw this old lady. You're fruit as
In the
shit.
meantime,
You just duck crouch, and then your character stands up and is like, "You're a dick."
brutality.
It's just by someone coming out. It's like, why?
Edna didn't deserve that.
Ethel.
Instead of Toasty, it's like, you dick. Just goes back in.
Yeah.
I kind of miss that. That'd be nice if they threw that in the next game.
Well,
the old graphics.
we saw them
The
like
same graphic. Don't change it.
we saw him in when we were doing the verses. Like I don't know why. Like he popped up in
Because you were
it's like
kicking my ass.
The
that's
little
why.
banners down there. He just pops up with the little toasty.
Toasty.
Yeah.
I think you have to do like X amount of uppercuts.
Oh.
I think when I was a kid, I thought he was saying whoopsie.
I think that's a common misconception.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't feel bad about it then. Great.
There you go.
Speaking of sound clips,
It's a toastier way into sound.
Music.
Toasty.
Who wants to break down the cast list for the voicing?
You do.
I feel like that's
you do.
I mean, I just want to say that, a lot of games,
Ralph's voiceover minute.
one or two of these people in a game, and it's a good fucking game in terms of performances. But this is just this is overkill.
And I think
Get it?
I think the VO work is like decent. I don't think it's great.
Yeah, I'll go in with you on that. Yeah, because a lot of it has to do with the voice director, I guess.
Because you were about to just like fucking nerd out, and I just wanted to keep you in check here.
I mean-
The VO work is not great. They have a great list of people working
They
on
do.
it, but it's not good.
Oh, I'm not really disagreeing with you, I guess.
I don't think it's.
I think there's one standout.
I don't think it's
really.
terrible. I just don't think it's like incredibly groundbreaking. Like we've had some good VO work recently in games, and just this isn't it.
The Last of Us was really incredible.
Yeah, it was. The voiceover work in that was really fucking good.
Well, speaking of which, Troy Baker is Aaron Black. Come on,
Do you
phone.
just not like the script of what they were saying? Like, what about it?
There's
wasn't
that.
Great?
There's that too.
'Cause,
The
I mean-
script, the one-liners.
The script was, I mean, it was funny and stuff. I just don't think the actual voiceover work was great. Like there's weird different things, like what Harry was saying. They use old sound bits for characters while you're fighting, and then you get them out of the game, and they sound different than the sound bites they use
That's
in
true.
the game.
That's true.
I mean, I
So
think there was
that's-
only like very few examples of using old ones, and I think the one that stands out is it was Scorpion, like when they were doing with the actual
I think
scene at
Raiden's
the camp.
fly across the screen was the same clip as well.
I mean
Yeah.
that wouldn't surprise me, but those are ones that are just like
They're iconic.
Exactly.
You can't change even a slight pitch in it without.
because I feel like if you did, people would just be like, what the fuck did they do?
Why
That's
did they just use the old
They just
sound?
rage.
that's not the sound.
So real quick, Troy Baker, Steve Blum, who, if anybody doesn't know, that's the voice of Spike Spiegel and many other characters in anime.
Which character did he do?
He was Sub-Zero, Reptile, and Bo' Raicho, but I only really recognized him when he was Sub-Zero. Yeah, some of these voice actors, I know their voice, but I didn't know their name. Like the guy who plays Raiden is the same voice. Did I just say Raiden?
Raiden, you did.
That plays Raiden is the same that does Bato in Ghost in the Shell in the movies and in Standalone Complex. I don't know if you guys are fans.
Oh yeah,
Huh.
actually, I could see that. Well, hear that.
Jennifer Hale does Tanya. Jennifer Hale, I know that name, but her voice didn't jump out at me. Phil Lamar is Kotal Khan.
Who does Devora?
Phil Lamar is like in every fucking
He's a
game.
fucking
Yeah,
legend.
he is.
He's a fucking legend. Kelly
Great
who?
on Mad TV.
Yeah, Kelly who?
Yeah, H.U. Kelly who? I thought I saw another one. Oh, Tara Strong is Farah.
What wasn't
Lee
his
May.
girl in this?
Carl Weathers actually voiced Dylan as the Jax skin. I'm sorry. I think that's about it. Well, that'll wrap it up.
I
Oh,
thought that
your-
was
your-
yeah,
your
your
boner
your
obsession
girl.
there.
Whoa. Ashley Birch might give the best performance in the entire game, but I wasn't going to bring that up. I mean, come on.
Right.
Really? Does
Right.
she? Does she
yeah.
though?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I guess it does run in the family.
Yeah.
I think she was the one of the worst.
Wait, which one did she do?
Cassie
Cassie
Cage.
Cage.
Oh, yeah, no, she was one of the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, no.
You just didn't like her because you knew who it was.
No.
No, she's annoying. I couldn't stand her. No.
You're the bug
Yeah,
and I'm the
exactly.
windshield. Another one of
You just
her
got
lines.
caged. No, I
Yeah.
She stood out.
Yeah.
She stood out.
She definitely
To me.
did.
To
Not
me.
in a good way.
No, I'll side with you on this one, Ralph. I thought she did a pretty good performance.
Okay, thanks.
I'm going to go along the lines of saying, like, a lot of them, they did do a good performance. Like, it's,
I think
the
a lot
script was cheesy.
Yeah,
but
that's I think the biggest issue here.
I liked it. It's not. It's for some, but
He
that's
likes
just.
cheese.
I do. I fucking love cheese.
so good.
Oh God. I think it hit the right pitch basically for what the game is.
Counterbalanced all the blood, gore, and violence.
Yeah, like the cheesy one-liners.
Yes.
Like it sort of fits. It makes sense. I can't explain why, but in some of the villains they have like almost like an elevated way that they talk, and then you just have Johnny Cage come in and say something stupid.
Just get that framed.
I think it works.
Favorite. Well, he's still a douche. Love Johnny Cage, but he's kind of a douche, and he plays it very well.
He plays that role well.
Yeah.
I don't like how they bring in the guns. I don't know. They just like whip out a handgun and she just, I don't know, doesn't feel.
Yeah, no, I
Mortal
gotcha.
Kombat.
Yeah, Cassie Cage is one move that she just whips out her gun
Yeah.
and she shoots the person in the face.
Yeah, but her X-ray is fucking awesome though.
Oh, yeah.
Where she like the ending sequence is the double guns like through the head. I love it. I think it's awesome.
That's fair. I do like that part.
It's cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, like dating back in the guns, like Stryker, I think was the first
Striker.
one to
Yeah.
he
introduce
comes
the
to
gun.
mind.
That's classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
MK3.
and the
Two.
grenades.
Is he in two? Is Stryker first in 2 or is he in
I
trilogy?
don't know. I didn't play 2 or 3. I went from
He's
1
in
to
3.
trilogy.
Oh yeah, I know he's definitely in 3. I didn't know if he was in 2 or not.
The music doesn't really do
I
anything.
didn't
for
even
me.
notice it.
Doesn't stand out at all.
No.
And I mean, there's some classic Mortal Kombat tracks, and if you go back to, and I don't mean just like the song Mortal Kombat, but I mean like the first 3 games, like there's some music in there that's fucking good. And I really don't feel like the last couple have done anything with the music, haven't pushed the envelope at all. And now we've got 11, where all the promotional material has like mumble rap, and it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Is it mumble rap?
Mumble rap.
All right, let's move on into final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Clark, why don't you start us off? Final thought.
I started off the last one.
No, you didn't.
And
Yeah,
we're
dude.
now 4 years old.
I don't want to. I don't want
want to do it.
All right, fine.
I'm a combat kid.
No.
Oh my God.
Harry, give me your final thought.
I don't wanna.
Jesus.
No, that's fine. I'll go.
I thought the game was.
It was a really good impression of Harry.
Give us a so.
Wait, that wasn't Harry? So.
I don't think this game's gonna have any lasting impression on me. To be completely honest, I think very few fighting games have an impression on me in general. I don't really look them out. I know I mentioned this when we did
Power Stone.
No, I don't know if that was
Injustice.
Injustice. Like usually when I pick up a fighting game, it's only around for maybe a week or 2, and then I've moved on to another game. I don't typically. The only one that really captured me for a long time was Armageddon. I'm just putting.
Here we
it,
go.
like, I played the shit out of that one.
Yeah, we did.
I just see Bruce Willis. And
It's not Armageddon, so it gets a fucking 1.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm just saying they're just very short lifespan, and I'm happy I spent $20 on it, but I would not buy it at $60.
Jesus, you guys bought this at $20?
Yeah.
It was $5. I texted everybody. It was $5 digital.
I don't like doing digital. I like having a hard copy of games. It's just
He also likes spending $15 extra. He didn't need to.
Yeah, no. for
Hey,
real.
hey, hard copy is the way to
money
go.
ain't no thing.
It's cool. That'll change when you have a kid.
Wow.
Guarantee it.
Or
You're
when,
gonna be
When
like,
Leanne
where is
forces
the,
you to have a kid.
where is the cheapest ever thing that I need?
Maybe I'll just get a Super Nintendo and play Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, that's what I'll do forever.
Actually, that's not that cheap. Neither here nor there.
Thanks, Ralph.
Okay. I don't know. It's fun to play for a little bit, but I quickly move on from these games.
Pretty much agree with that. I mean, it was fun to play again because it's been a while since I, again, played any type of Mortal Kombat. I mean, it does get me like a little hype for 11, but I don't know. I don't think, again, it's going to be something where I would spend $60 on it just because now I think, I don't want to say we're so spoiled with games, but content in games have gotten so good that I expect more out of a game if I'm paying that much money for it. So, I mean, I'll probably wait until there's sales on it. I would probably pay $30 for the next one. Depending on like how in depth they go and characters or whatnot, but at least for like this, it's kind of the same. I can only play so much of it. I'm not going to go play online because it's not.
It doesn't appeal to you because you
it's
just
not
beat everybody.
user-friendly.
No, online. That's a whole different fucking ball game.
Well, it usually is.
Yeah, that's just like I stomp city and get my ass kicked. So I usually stay away from that. I mean, I could still see some more replay value, or at least like getting together with friends and just like kind of passing around the sticks, playing the game when people want to play with me. But that's neither
What
here nor
sticks
there.
are we
Dude,
passing
dude.
around?
Pass around
She's
the
unfamiliar with that phrase.
Nobody calls the controller the sticks, though.
I'm sorry. What are those two things that are
They're
located
sticks,
on
but they're part of the controller. Pass the controllers around.
Oh, I say pass the sticks.
Yeah,
Is that-
I
is
say
that-
pass
Is
the
that really
sticks.
what you're fucking debating here?
Yeah, yes. I mean, she sounded like she had
Sorry,
a legitimate
Ralph.
Pass the
question.
chopsticks.
But Ralph.
Let's just clarify.
Pass the sticks.
We have had friends our entire lives where we sit and pass the controller. So passing the sticks is common vocabulary for us.
Pass the sticks, brah.
Just sounds interesting in a group.
Yeah. No, it's a group activity
Sitting
only.
around.
Yeah, what she's saying.
Pass the sticks.
Yeah.
Pass
Hey,
the sticks.
Harry, grab my penis.
I think it's...
That's what that means.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, Harry? When you're done with my penis, give it to Clark. Pass the sticks.
Pass it.
I mean, just saying.
I mean, again, if you guys want to play that game, I'm not opposed. But
I'm not opposed to this.
He's got to earn that F card.
yeah, I want my F card, damn it. Oh my God. Dana, what's your final thought?
I love the game, and I don't know, depending on how 11 is, I might just prefer this one in general. Could be just because we've been playing it for 3 years-ish, and I've kind of got a handle on it. I'm hoping 11 is good or better, but I don't know. I really like it. I mean, I think as opposed to Harry's opinion, I think it will stand out for me.
The opposition has been grounded.
Oh, that's fair.
Clark, your thoughts are final.
If you could hurry up.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying.
No pressure.
Overall, I think the game is better than its predecessor. There are better Mortal Kombat games out there, but I think this ranks probably in like the top 5 of the ones that are out.
The way you said that.
The top
It's a little
five.
unique the way you said that.
It's the top 5 that are out.
Also, do we score games that aren't out yet?
What?
Never mind. Do you mean the top 5 that are
I know you were trying
current?
to like rank it of like games that aren't even in existence yet. It just that's the way the
This
pitch.
one's better than Mortal Kombat 13. I mean, come on.
I said of the ones that are out.
I know.
Never mind. Yeah.
He doesn't know what.
Do you mean like Street Fighter 5 and Mortal Kombat XL?
No, I'm
and-
talking about all the Mortal Kombats, like I fucking said.
Okay, all right. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Of the other Mortal Kombats that are out already, I
Okay.
think this ranks in the top 5.
Okay, got it.
They're just stating that that's obvious.
I don't.
It's of the
I
games
don't
that
think
are
that's
out.
what they're stating either.
It is. They're saying that it's obvious that what you're talking about are the games.
Pull
that
your
are out.
shoe, Dana. Pull your shoe.
It's cool. I'm done. Go
I
ahead.
was just really confused. I was just trying to help a brother out.
Ralph, give me your final thought.
I was impressed with this game when it came out, and I think in terms of a Mortal Kombat game, it is good. I don't know if it's top 5. I've enjoyed my time with it. I like what they did with the story. I like how that is like now a precedent with NetherRealm, and they're probably going to stick to that. Keeps it interesting. Makes you experiment a little bit with all the characters.
You like experimenting?
Yes,
Say that into the mic.
I really enjoyed it. It's fun just to throw down and play some Mortal Kombat and have some gory fun.
Throw down, bruh.
I enjoy my time with it.
Dig it. All right.
Thank you. Next.
That's wow. Here it is, the score.
The score.
I'll start off with it. This game, and strictly based off of a fighting style game, this gets a solid A from me.
Wow, cool.
I definitely had fun with this. I enjoyed it, and I'll probably still keep playing it, pop around on until I get whooped too bad and don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, don't hold your breath.
Okay.
This is getting a gush. Not just because Ashley Birch does voice work in it. I think it's a good game. Gush.
Yeah, it's like 50% of it. Come on. Darkmane.
This is definitely a game that I would wait for a sale. Yeah, having bought it when it was $60 originally, and to now, I'd rather have it now.
Yeah.
At $5. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Or I think it's worth $20. I wouldn't be upset at $20, but I think it is more replayability than just being a rental. So
Yeah. All right. Cool. Harry.
I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, which is going to tie with Max Payne 3.
It's because it's not Armageddon.
That's why Clark called it.
There's 3
We
points
were 30
off.
seconds
There's
in and he
3
called
points
it.
off of this game because it's not Armageddon.
Not Armageddon.
You know my scale. It's not going to be like a 9. 5 is above average. Or
Is it
5
though?
is the average, 6 is above average.
Let me pull a Clark. Is it though? Is it though? Is it though?
All right. Well, it's already etched in stone.
All right. So Dana, you have to do
You did not etch.
you have to do your score based on our score types. So like
I'm letter
a
grade.
letter grade,
1 to 10.
1 out of 10. Buy it,
Buy
rent
it,
it, throw
buy
away.
it, get it on sale, rent it, or avoid.
And mine's just gush bash shrug. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So if you had to give Mortal Kombat XL a letter grade,
All right. Yeah, an A. It would definitely be an A. We're gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
Oh, fuck your score, Harry.
All right.
Suaves, a gush, and I mean we bought it at $60, so
Yep.
we're buying the next one at $60.
probably.
But it's a lifetime long favorite.
There we go. Cool. Well, thank you everybody for joining along. Dana, thank you for sitting in for this one and regaling us of stories of yesteryear of Ralph.
It's been real.
It
Yeah.
has been.
Yeah.
Riggedy real. What's
And thank you for being the voice at the beginning of our podcast.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
you know what?
you.
Yeah, thank you for that. Mixing it up so they're not just listening to us the whole time.
And the
'cause that's-
end.
Yeah.
And the end.
You are the alpha and the omega.
Okay.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
all right. That's Fallout 3 reference. He's doing there.
Yeah, you bookend all of our nonsense.
Just want to bring them back down after they spend an hour with you.
That is fair. That's very fair.
Bring them back to reality with my soothing voice.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Mom's spaghetti.
Knees weak.
All right, relax or I'm going to fucking lose it, okay?
Fucking relax.
I get it.
Yeah, thanks, Ralph.
What was the song he did for Venom? He was like, Venom, Venom.
Yeah,
It was
that was
not
an
a good
awful
song. It was not a good song.
I was
Like
like,
most
is
of
that
Eminem's
Eminem?
songs,
Lately,
they're not
yeah.
good.
Well, he's been sober for a long time,
he
so
had
things
his moment,
changed after
but
that.
Yeah, it's gone.
He had his moment for like 3 tracks on one album.
It was fleeting, but yeah.
All right, coming up next is The Bouncer.
Bow, chicka, bow.
Wow. Wow. Oh, God.
Exactly where my brain
Is that what you said?
All right. Well, love you guys.
Stay
Stay sexy.
sexy.
Yeah, that thing.
Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over. Game over.
Thanks for listening to Super Fun Game Review Podcast Go. Stay up to date on our Facebook at facebook.com/superfunpodcast.
And then even the guy at GameStop was like, "Oh, you getting set for 11?" I'm like, "No."
What was he like?
You get set for 11?
Oh, bro, you
Oh,
get set
bro.
for 11, bro?
Did you know if you pre-order it now, you can get in the beta? It comes out for next week.
Oh, do you want to get the protection plan for that game you just bought, bro?
Yeah.
Nobody ever says yes. Okay.
Time to deliver a pizza ball. Oh, never mind.
What?
Go home. The bro guy. Never mind.
No,
Never mind. no, fucking.
No, hold on. Move on.
Wait,
Harry,
back up.
Harry, explain the joke.
Explain it. It'll make
Yeah,
it
'cause
better.
that makes it better.
Yeah, it does.
You ever watch Eric Andre show?
No, it
All
didn't.
right, move on.
Okay.